Today's video is already something very crazy, but it's also going to be very special because this is Pokemon Stadium 2. I absolutely love this game, and because of you guys, because of YouTube money, I was able to get myself a Nintendo 64 as well as Pokemon Stadium 2. I already bought Pokemon Puzzle League, which I have streamed in the past, but I was going and registering for my team, and I realized I've been doing Pokemon movesets for my job for almost the last 4 years now, and there's a lot of crazy Pokemon movesets when you get into Pokemon Stadium, like the original Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Stadium 2. If you pick up these games now, after not playing them for over a decade, like it's been 12, 13 years, maybe even longer since I've actually played Pokemon Stadium 2, you're going to notice that there's some interesting movesets. Like, why do some of the Pokemon have some of the crazier moves that they have? Like, okay, what am I going to do with this Clefable? Has Metronome, Ice Punch, Headbutt. Is that even good? And actually looking through it, at the first Pokemon on the list, Abra is already busted. Like, here's the crazy thing about anything before Generation 4, is that moves actually determined if something was physical or special. Therefore, Ice Punch Abra, Ice is actually a special attack. This is good coverage. And for the most part, you're going to go to something like an Alakazam, it doesn't have Psychic. So there's a lot of weird base power stuff going on. There's a lot of weird just stats and whatnot, and that's what I want to do. I want to use this video to kind of go through as much as I can of Pokemon Stadium 2. This might be a 2 or 3 part video depending on how long it drags on, because I think it's actually fun to kind of look at these movesets and see if they're actually viable. That Dark type moves, unfortunately, are also special, so that's not going to really work out for the Aerodactyl too much, because it has a 254 on the attack, but Ancient Power, that's a physical move, and it's going to get stabbed. Now what we can do is we can also check it. As you can see, power, accuracy, and also it's going to be fun kind of like looking at the moves and seeing if they behaved any differently. I know High Jump Kick only has a base power of 85 in the earlier generation games, so that's something kind of crazy. Ancient Power still kind of holds up with that power of 60, Bite has a power of 60, but also Curse on the Aerodactyl, Supersonic. There's some interesting movesets. I'm going to see if I can build a team right now. Like Abra, I already want to put Abra on. It has a solid amount of special attack compared to the offenses of some Pokemon, and yeah, like Ampharos. Only 280 on the special attack, but Abra, we just saw that Abra has a 286. So Abra, more special attack than the Ampharos. Ampharos only gets Zap Cannon, which still has that 50 accuracy as well as 100 base power. Actually a really interesting Ampharos because we have 50% accurate moves, Flash to reduce their accuracy, and then we also have the Swift. So not really that fantastic. The interesting thing about Poison is that Poison type moves are going to be physical. So we have physical Sludge Bomb, physical Dig on the Arbok, and that actually looks like a pretty powerful move and potential move set. But there's some really funny ones as well. And I've been playing around with this game a bit, and the damage numbers, it's kind of hard to do damage at all in this game because we don't have IV and EV optimization, and some of the moves really aren't that fantastic. So it's just kind of fun looking through these movesets and like trying to see if there's anything viable with them. Wow, Spiderweb. Right. Sticky String prevents the target from escaping until the attacking Pokemon is gone. So there's a lot of interesting interactions that we'll have to see how they play out and whatnot. Like Articuno with the Blizzard. Only 225 on that special attack. Blizzard was nerfed in this part. Like I think in Gen 1 it was 90 accuracy on 120 power. So Blizzard's still not looking that strong. Flying type moves are going to be always physical. So yeah, this Articuno set, even though it's a legendary Pokemon, not really going to be that great. Even the stats or anything don't really balance out. Azumarill with Waterfall Rain Dance, that looks pretty okay. Does not have any abilities though. So we don't have huge power on the Azumarill. Also, water type moves and ice type moves are going to be both special. So really we don't see too much of a change on the Azumarill. Might be able to set up some rain for yourself though, since this is also before abilities. So no instant rain with a Pokemon like Drizzle. Bayleaf actually looking pretty bulky. I can't wait to see like all of these other Pokemon stuff. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm just kind of going to look through and see if there's like anything absolutely silly. Like one funny thing you might notice is that a lot of the female Pokemon just have like the random attract thrown in, and then maybe like a signature move or something like that. So yeah, we're just going to kind of go and check out some of these Pokemon. Also like the pre-evolutions. Pre-evolutions are definitely something to look into because their stats might be beneficial with their moveset. Like this Bellsprout has a decent amount of special attack. Unfortunately, Sludge Bomb isn't really going to work out, but actually it has more attack, so Sludge Bomb's good. Giga Drain's going to heal. Growth is going to boost its stats. So special attack. Oh, actually no, it doesn't improve attack and special attack. Interesting. So you can like Growth into Giga Drain if you need to. You have the Toxic for whatever stall breaking might be in this game. Blastoise. And as you can see, look at that. 214, 218. Bellsprout does more damage than the Blastoise in this game. So you have to pay a lot of attention. Now, you are going to get more tankiness and more stats out of the Blastoise. Hydro Pump is higher damage as well, and that's going to be a pretty solid special attack. The Mud Slap, though, Mud Slap's crazy. Reduces target's accuracy, does very low amounts of damage in the second generation, and also it's physical, so yeah. It's really... It's a kind of frustrating game, you know. We look at Blissey. Blissey is an absolutely insane tanky Pokemon, but we don't have any sustain on this Blissey, so that's going to be pretty challenging right there. Chansey doesn't have it either, so we have Dream Eater Sing. Sing's accuracy is only 55. I don't know. I'm not seeing too many crazy Pokemon so far right now. And then we have Butterfree, Gust, Stun Spore, Psychic. Psychic's alright, but low special attack and the Hyper Beam do have to sit out a turn. How does Charizard stack up? Special attack is going to be higher, has that Fire Punch, so Fire is going to be a special move. Fire Punch is kind of it, so yeah, we have a 75 power move to go with that 266 on the special attack, and then not much else. How does Charmander stack up? Because we have Flamethrower. Flamethrower is going to be higher base power. Dragon Breath, also a special attack, only 60 on the base power, then we have Sunny Day and the Slash. So, setting up Sunny Day on the Charmander could be interesting. That's a 196 versus 266, so I guess Charmander ends up with a bit more damage, but what about Charmeleon? Charmeleon has the Fire Blast on a 122 special attack. I mean, 15 less accuracy for getting more damage than the Charizard right there, but then you only have Smoke Screen and the Dig. Chikorita, not expecting much out of the Chikorita. It's a kind of neat little set for the setup. So yeah, like the one crazy thing is that some Pokemon have moves that will benefit your team. Like we see these earlier stage Pokemon that are like these Pokemon that you're not going to really want to bring, but they're the ones that have the Sunny Day. They're the ones that have the Rain Dance. We have Chikorita right here. It can set up a Light Screen if you need it. Clefable has the Ice Punch on a decent amount of special attack, mostly Metronome, some Encore right there. Yeah, so Metronome, Moonlight. Clefairy has Healing, and the Clefable 202, 234 on how much hit points? 349 versus 321. This is going to be a tankier Pokemon than the Clefable, doing well because of Moonlight. Like, you're not like any sustain in this game is absolutely ridiculous because very few things are one hit KOing you. Strength's not gonna be that big, but Metronome Psychic's gonna be pretty solid right there for damage, and Cleffa kind of stacks up, but not really. See, I'm looking for those, like, yo, like, Clefairy is better than Abra, and I'm already getting that coverage with Abra, though, so maybe not Clefairy. Crognaw's more physical, but doesn't get anything physical. Crobat's gonna be more physical, kind of has that bite. Leech Life, so yeah, Bug-type moves are physical. Fly's physical. That's actually pretty solid. Has a Supersonic as well. Attract on a female Pokemon, as we've seen. Mirror Coat on Corsola. Cloyster, this is in an era before we had the Shell Smash, so it's just kind of some standard stuff. It's a tanky Pokemon, does good amounts of damage. Just kind of looking around, see if we have anything fun. Cyndaquil with that Flamethrower in 196. Sunny Day, Dig, Headbutt, so similar to the Charmander. Bone on Cubone, that's alright. Dugong actually is broken. Like, when I was looking at some of these movesets, I was like, alright, I have to do a video about it, because you look at the Dugong, and Dugong is like, absolutely ridiculous. Like, look at this, let's just look at this right now. We have a good amount of special attack, we have special attacking moves, high amounts of defenses, and then we can rest Sleep Talk. So we have sustain into stab damage options. Like, we just went past legendaries. We've gone by fully evolved Pokemon, and Dugong is beating all of them. Diglett's another really crazy Pokemon. Actually, a Pokemon that gets Fissure. One-hit KO moves are some of the most powerful things in this game. So this Diglett has some pretty crazy KO potential and a solid amount of speed. Like, what have we seen so far that's almost at 300 speed? Very few Pokemon. Dodrio, that's alright. I don't want to hit the B button, but like it's my normal cancel. We have Ditto with the Transform, so that's something that you'll see from time to time. Drill Peck, not too much. So Dratini versus Dragonite and Dragonair. Dragonite has mostly special attacking moves, and then the Wing Attack. So kind of doing the same between like Dragon Rage and Wing Attack, I'd imagine. Actually, no, Dragon Rage is very low, yeah. And that's actually consistent damage. Never mind. I was trying to like think about some other things that'd make it balance out. The Twister, though, Twister's low amount of power, Wing Attack's okay, so yeah, Dragonite, you might want to go, oh my god, Dragonite's such an awesome Pokemon, but then we're looking at some other ones. We have Outrage on the Dragonair, so that's going to be crazy amounts of damage. Fire Blast, Thunder Wave, Slam, we get some weirdness going on right here. Donphan, Earthquake, solid amount of attack, low speed on that Earthquake, so Donphan actually is a solid damaging option. We have Hypnosis Dream Eater, classic Drowsy combo, and this is second generation. Second generation Sleep is pretty ridiculous. Good amount of special defense, not too much on that special attack. Is Dunsparce good? Sadly, no, but I mean, it could still do some weirdness. Like, you attract Glare, and then you just hit them with Strength until they die. That's a possibility. Dugtrio, another female with Attract. So yeah, just a random female Attract Pokemon. In my playtesting, like, there's been some Attract Pokemon that are pretty freaking broken. Eevee. Coverage, but nothing really too crazy right there. Ekans. Yeah, how much have we gone down right now when it comes to Pokemon? We're like E, and there's still a long way to go. So yeah, I might do like a 2-part video or something. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are, like, you know, just give me a heads up, and then I'll see if well, by then I'll already know if it's a 2-parter or not. So just hit me up if you're going to, like, go to that second part once again. So we have a solid amount of special attack on the Electrode. We just have Thunder, though, so that has low accuracy. Nothing to write home about on the Electrode. Elekid, surprising amount of speed. Decent on that light screen. Hits hard with the Thunderbolt. So yeah, Elekid's a solid option. Exeggutor looks pretty broken as well. Then we're coming in, we have Sleep Powder. So Sleep Powder has a solid amount of accuracy, as you can see right there. Going into the Nightmare to make them have bad dreams and lose hit points. Stab, Confusion, then the Egg Bomb. So it's an alright Pokemon. It's an alright Pokemon for sure. Execute. Leech Seed. Not too many Pokemon get the Leech Seed, so you can stall it out, just set up Leech Seed. Psychic, Giga Drain, Stun Spore. So you make your opponent slower than you, and then you just Leech Seed, Giga Drain, and if Execute doesn't get one shot, actually holds in there pretty well. Let's be honest, Psych Up, Entei. Entei, not a high amount of special attack. You know, we've already seen Charmeleon. Doesn't Charmeleon have more special attack than the Entei? And those are the stats that matter in this generation. Farfetch'd has the Swords Dance. Not a lot of speed, though, but it actually has a good Swords Dance set. Swords Dance, Slash Fly, Steel Wing. That'll actually mess some opponents up. That might actually do something in this game. Drill Peck on the Fearow. It's okay. It's just okay. Feraligatr comes in with a Water Gun on a low special attack. I mean, Crognall's going to beat out the Feraligatr. So, like, this is the interesting thing about the game balance. I don't know if it was intentional. I don't know if they were just slapping movesets in there. Because, like, as a kid, these are fun movesets. These seem like very introductory movesets to Pokemon. But really, they don't play out. But Flaffy. Yo, look at this Flaffy. Fire and electric coverage. Solid amount of special attack. Can light screen Cotton Spore as well. Actually, Cotton Spore is just the reduces speed. Alright. So yeah, it's not like a Cotton Guard, but I saw Cotton in that, that's what I thought. But yeah, we have Light Screen, so good amounts of just special defense boosting. Yeah. That's interesting right there. And then we have Thunder Punch, Fire Punch for the coverage overall. Coming into some other Pokemon, the Flareon. Flareon has a very high amount of attack, but only gets to use it on that Smog with a very low power and maybe a little bit off that Tail Whip. Fortress, Spikes. That's it. Furret, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Amnesia Strength on low special attack. Good physical attack, though. Shadow Ball Gastly, Psychic. See, like, these are the ones we're going to have to compare to. Like, how's the Gastly going to match up against a Gengar? We have Confuse Ray. We have a decent amount of speed. We have Shadow Ball Psychic. Let's go straight to the Gengar. Gengar has Nightshade. So that's base damage. See, you're actually going to get less damage. You can Hypnosis Nightmare, and that's going to do nothing. But you're going to get less damage out of Gengar in Pokemon Stadium 2 than you are with the Gastly, as well as less coverage and less tech. Like, it's absolutely crazy what this game does. Actually, that Earthquake on the Geodude has Explosion, probably not too insane. So I like it. I like it. It's very balanced. You could just kind of pick, and maybe it works from like an intentional game design platform as well. That if you're just a kid and you're just putting in some of your favorites, you know, it's like, oh hey, this is going to work out pretty well. One thing that's funny is I don't know if it's still on the cartridge, but when I first turned on this game, there was one registered team, and it had like a lot of very not fully evolved Pokemon, like the Abra, like the Gastly, and I thought it was bad, but now I'm actually starting to think it's good. Oh, Gligar has Guillotine. Okay, one-hit KO move. Looks pretty solid. I'll just add it for now. Yeah, and then we'll go into some other ones. Gloom, Golbat, Goldeen, Golduck. Screwed to being a screwed 2-parter. This might be a 3-parter. I don't know. Gloom, Solar Beam, Sleep Powder, Sludge Bomb. Tight. Golbat has... I've always loved that old Golbat, just all wrapped up, wandering around like a crazy person. We have Horn Drill on the Goldeen, so that can one-shot. Hydro Pump on the Golduck. Not really too crazy. But yeah, I think I've kind of like talked about the idea behind this. I'm just going to keep going. So Earthquake, Rollout, Self-Destruct. It looks like just a buffed up form of the Geodude. It's got some bulk to it. It's got some attacks. I mean, you just roll out until you win right there. Gramble, okay. Well, I would prefer Strength over the Headbutt. Bite kind of gets some decent play right here. And then Dynamic Punch. So I don't like the accuracy, but that's kind of it. Magnitude, Rock Throw on the Golem. 276 attack on Golem versus 261 attack on the Graveler. So I think that Earthquake is better damage. Just more reliable right there. And then you have Rock Smash. I'd rather have the Self-Destruct for low hit points KO. Just execution right there. Haunter. Look at that Haunter compared to the Gastly, you know? High amounts of special attack. We have Shadow Ball, Giga Drain, so you have the sustain right there. That actually looks pretty solid with the Destiny Bond as well, and a Spite. That could 2+ right there on that Pokemon. Heracross, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee. Just kind of checking this one out. Hoot Hoot. Hypnosis Dream Eater. Very low stats regardless, though. Triple Kick. High Jump Kick. So yeah, High Jump Kick. 85 power. Takes 1/8 the damage it would have caused, though. So High Jump Kick becomes a much crazier move. Meditate boosts your attack power. So that's something that we don't really see too often. Then, like, Meditate, Reversal, Mega Kick. All pretty solid. Low amount of speed, though, so you can get abused on that. Ice Punch. Hitmonchan sucked in the early Pokemon games because it gets punching moves. Well, what's it going to do with punching moves? Pretty much nothing. So that's kind of it right there. The Hoppip. Giga Drain, Leech Seed, Sleep Powder. Put your opponent to sleep, sustain for days. Hoppip can work. Hydro Pump Blizzard, so high amounts of power, reduced accuracy on Pokemon like the Horsey, even rocking that Rain Dance. Houndoom, Ember, Houndour, Flamethrower. 236 versus 270. Ember is 40 power, and Flamethrower is rocking that 95. So you're getting more damage off of Houndour. That's kind of crazy. Now, unfortunately, Sludge Bomb, that's going to be physical as well, but we do have the coverage right there compared to Bite. So it's Crunch over Bite. What's the point of running Houndoom? You know, you're going to see those big evolutions. I guess, I wonder if it's also a reward for just technical stuff as well. Hypno, Confusion Dream Eater, that one's a classic. But I wonder if it rewards technical play, that the more you understand about the game, if you actually read the tutorials, you look into the base powers and all those stats, that your friend might think, why are you bringing not fully evolved Pokemon? Well, there you go. It's also like a trade-off, because since we don't have EVs and stuff, yeah, this is going to have much higher defenses and durability overall. So that might be the trade-off, but then you're just doing more optimized damage. Solar Beam, Leech Seed, Fury Cutter. Hey, Fury Cutter, Ivysaur. It lives. Igglybuff versus Jigglypuff. I don't really see too much of a benefit right there. Giga Drain Blizzard on the Kabuto. That's kind of strange. Jinx. Was Jinx good? Ice Punch actually connecting pretty hard. Have Confusion Lick. I'd prefer Ice Beam. Like, Ice Punch kind of makes sense. Whoa. Look at that. Mega Drain. 40 power on that Mega Drain compared to the Giga Drain that we saw. Leech Seed, Stun Spore. Jolteon was a mess. Jolteon was a hot mess. Oh my god. What are you going to do with the Jolteon? You're going to miss every Zap Cannon, and then you don't get any coverage outside of that. So yeah, like that's some pretty fun stuff. The Kadabra. So Kadabra, Thunder Punch, Psychic. Over the Abra. You know, like we still have solid stats and stuff right here with solid amounts of coverage. Like if you want, here's how you beat Faulkner. You just run Kadabra and you throw out Thunder Punches and kill things. Because so far we haven't really seen that great of an electric option. And Kadabra, it's pretty solid right there. So it's like, yeah, what are you going to bring? If anything, the Thunder Punch works just as fine. I'll reselect some Pokemon like the Abra. Yeah, reselect that one. Because Abra has Ice Punch. And actually, no, it has Attract Swagger. Attract Swagger is just so filthy. Because that's going to completely shut down your opponents. As we've seen, because of the typings, you know, you can hit a Charizard, you can hit a Crocodile, you can hit something that should be doing physical damage with a Swagger, and it's not going to be buffed by it at all because of the typing changes right there. Or just like how typing works with that. So yeah, I'd actually consider that a better moveset, because what I was thinking is modern Pokemon, Ice Punch is mandatory. Or at least it's a lot better to have an ice kind of move that we can take down Garchomp, Salamence, but this is before that. So that's kind of crazy. And then I'll just exchange out the Kadabra. We'll find out. We'll find something. So yeah, Sludge Bomb, Fire Blast in the Coughing. Kingler has the Guillotine if you want to use it. Twister, Waterfall. So very balanced on Kingdra. As we can see, it just takes like those base stats as we know and love it. Very balanced. Crab Hammer, Blizzard, Guillotine, Strength. Krabby's pretty ridiculous. And I think that's it. Like, we still have so much to go. But this is a good introduction into what to expect. I already have almost all my Pokemon team right now for a pretty solid breakdown. So we were at, like, Lady and Lapras and all that. So I guess we'll just go down to Machoke and Machamp and see. Yeah, like, Machamp. What's Machamp going to do? Fire Punch, Thunder Punch. Submission. Garbage. Wait, does it say Submission's one strongest? Strongest fighting attack for the Submission. How does that make sense? High Jump Kick does more damage. And then you also take recoil on submission with 80% accuracy. What am I looking at today? Earthquake on the Larvitar. Lapras has Whirlpool, Icy Wind, Mist, Perish Song. That's not crazy. Ladian. Giga Drain, Dig. Machoke, Vital Throw, Dig. Lickitung, Shadow Ball on higher special attack with Surf, Hyper Beam. Lickitung technically works. That's one way of breaking it down. And there we go, guys. Oh, I guess I'll just put in Magme and just save it as it is. And then I'm gonna go back and like show you guys some of the other registered Pokemon quit out, yeah. So yeah, like this is one of the registered sets for the Gym Leader Castle. I wanna see it. So yeah, we saw the Gastly's good, we saw Haunter's good, we looked at Geodude Execute. So it looks like the guy kind of knew what he was doing. He didn't just like YOLO into all the fully evolved Pokemon and actually had some of the Pokemon that I thought were pretty solid. I would pick Graveler over Geodude personally, like I said earlier, but then the rest of Pokemon, they have like surprising coverage and work really well. Like the Gastly and Haunter, that's just filthy overall. So there we go, guys. I'm going to check out the rest of the Pokemon movesets. Hope you all enjoy this one. It's just some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen in Pokemon. And I think I'm going to be doing more Pokemon Stadium 2 games. Because, like, we need to understand Gen 2 once again since Gold Silver Virtual Console is coming out. And there's just so much good stuff about this game that you have to like, as a good player now, I realize that this is a very useful game, very powerful tool in understanding how Pokemon works. That's just something crazy about it. So, if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.